Hello and welcome to Time Troopers. Today we're going to be looking at 2.2, Valhalla. As always, please read the mission infill so you're aware of the story, and then we'll skip straight down to the bottom of this page here so we know how to set up. So we're going to need the brown dice and the deck B1, C1 to C9 and X1 to X3. So let's grab the dice first. So we'll need the timeline dice as always, and the brown dice, then the deck. Let's grab the Viking deck, and we're going to need, just to remind me, B1, C1 to C9 and X1 to X3. So I'll just make these into a pile of what we need and don't need very quickly. C1 to C9. Don't need any of the X cards as yet. Oh yes, we do. We need X1 to X3. Okay. And B1. Don't need C9. Okay. So we don't need these decks. So we'll put these back into the box. Here's our Viking deck. And we'll take our Trooper deck whilst we're here. And we'll, of course, we're going to need our time dial and our time tokens, and we'll set the rest to the side. Okay, so looking at the setup, very easy this one. We just need the one card, B1, which is a Berserker in play. And as you can see here, we've got choose again. So we'll choose which trooper we want to put into play. But crucial this time, they will start in the deployment zone, not in the combat zone. So let's find B1. Okay, B1. And we will choose who to put in the combat zone. But at the moment, we're going to read the rest of the instructions before we make a choice. So the mission brief: find the Viking artifact, find the axe and defeat all Vikings in play. Success: you have the axe in your hand, defeat any Vikings in play, resolving any special text such as retaliate or rise of the Valkyries. Fail, 3 troopers are defeated. Special rules: setup: split the local deck into 2 halves. Shuffle the axe card, X1, into one of the halves. Place that half the deck under the other so that the axe card is hidden somewhere in the bottom half of the deck. Let's do that now. So here's the axe card. So we'll just take that out, and then we'll just quickly make 2 decks. And we'll take the axe card and we'll shuffle it into this deck. So it's somewhere in there. And we'll place the deck with the axe card, place without the axe card, and we're just going to put that underneath. So we know it's in the bottom half of this deck, and then place that over there. Okay, going back to the special rules. Retaliate. Any successful attack on a character with retaliate conditions will give out damage. Example: if B1 is attacked with a dice roll of +1 or +2, then damage cubes are placed on B1 as normal, but also 1 cube on the attacking character. So how that would work in reality is, if we had an attacking character who was attacking the Berserker, Haraldson, if we rolled a +2 on our attack dice or a +1, as well as doing damage to Haraldson, we would also then have to put a damage cube back on ourselves. This is the first time we use retaliate, but it will be a common theme throughout the game. Okay, the axe. So how do we find the axe? When the axe is in the timeline, this is your chance to locate it. Don't let it be discarded. So what's going to happen if I take this deck? We're going to play as normal, and then at one point in time, the axe is going to appear in the timeline. So we need to take the axe into our hand. So at this point, we're hoping we roll a 2 and we roll a 1. So when the axe appears in a timeline, it's probably going to be important to save some time so that we can re-roll to locate the axe. If not, guess what? It's going to be discarded, and we're going to have to wait for it to come back around, meaning you've got a hell of a lot of fighting to do in the meantime. If we did roll a 2, we would put that safely over here, so we have it in our possession, and then we'd have to complete the rest of the mission perimeters. So locate the axe in the local deck, defeat any Vikings in play. So once you have the axe in your hand, as soon as you've cleared the combat zone, that's it, you've achieved your mission. So now you know all that, when you're choosing which trooper to place in the middle, you probably want to go for someone that's got good stealth. So if I was setting up, I would probably go for, let's go for axe. Remember, they start in the deployment zone, not in the combat zone. So, final step is our hand. We would draw 6, discard 2, and we start with 3 time tokens. So we set this to 3. Draw 6 cards. And we're discarding 2. Okay, so I'm going to discard the med pack because we don't have any damage yet. And I'm going to discard Shadow because she's very good at stealth, but we are looking for combat. So I have quite a good starting hand there, so that would be my starting hand, and I'd be ready to go. Good luck!